Hello everybody, welcome back to the 7.3 PTR. My name is Necroxis. Last time we heard some dire warnings from Magni about the fact that Sargeras kind of has the entire Pantheon spirit and is trying to corrupt them and become a Dark Pantheon. Now this isn't part of the main storyline, what we're doing today. It is kind of like a side offshoot storyline. But essentially when I was questing here, around right here, there was a quest on the ground and it said this. Our scout Skara writes in the missive, it's a missive on the ground, that she learned of a major Legion initiative. She was after 2 encoded orders held by the Legion troops near us to get the details, that and this must be when she was killed. The Legion splits their messages into encoded parts so we can't read them. Skara also writes that her partner, Brea Codebreaker, was slain trying to reach our lines with the codebook, that we will need to translate the Legion's orders. It's vital that you find the orders and the codebook. The description of this sounds like eventually this is probably going to be given as a quest, but I just kind of ran across this laying on the ground. No one actually sent me to find it. So I skipped getting the things because it was just grinding mobs, and you guys don't want to see that, so here we are. Have you found the orders in the codebook? Skara and Bray gave their lives to get us this information and the codebook. Their sacrifice will not be forgotten. Now, let us decipher the orders and see what the Legion is up to. Imprisoned Inquisitor. This report states that the Legion seeks to free an imprisoned Legion Inquisitor named Relig, a demon from here on Argus who cannot be killed because of a secret magic he alone possesses. Because of his immortality, he is held in the Architraz in Tempest Keep. The Light Mother told us of the Naru of reading is hard. The Light Mother told us of that Naru stronghold, but I've never set eyes upon it myself. Necroxis. Terralion mentioned the Vindicar has some connection to Tempest Keep. Perhaps your ship engineer knows more. So, we are going to go see... what Ramul has to say. So this is the new Tempest Keep storyline. I don't actually know what happens. I've just heard it's a pretty nifty little side quest. So let's go do it. I have a fantasy of the Army of the Light reclaiming Tempest Keep and flying it to fight on Argus. I hope that happens. I doubt it's going to, but that's my... If I could have whatever I want, that was what would happen. He says, for a new vessel, the Vindicar's list of repairs is endless. How can I help you?
News?
High Inquisitor Ralgar, a fearsome creature, but he has been held securely in the Architraz at Tempest Keep for a very long time. If the Legion plans to free him, then they must know that he is particularly dangerous to us. Foiling the Legion's jailbreak. High Inquisitor Ralgar has some connection to the Fel here on Argus that makes him unkillable. Long ago, the Naru imprisoned him on the Architraz. When the forces of Kael'thas Sunstrider attacked the Citadel, we are forced to flee on the Exodar. Some Legion prisoners escaped the Architraz when last the Legion invaded Azeroth, but Ralgar did not. Stop them from freeing him, and I will study the source of his immortality so it can be broken. I can get you close, the rest is up to you.
Back
down. Once you reach the Architraz, I will remain in contact.
Come, speak with me.
I'm ready to go to the Architraz. What a completely cool and random at first, but ultimately perfect little storyline to go and place. High Inquisitor Ralgar was imprisoned deep inside the Architraz. The Legion is already here, so be careful. Shit. This is so cool. The Architraz is one of those mystical dungeons to me because I have been playing since vanilla. Hold on. The Legion has opened portals to invade Architraz. Shut them down before you find yourself outflanked. I have been playing since vanilla, and I did raid in vanilla hardcore. This person says, make quick work of the intruder. Lazaroon needs time to get to the High Inquisitor to Argus. Oh, jeez. But I didn't raid in Burning Crusade. Well, I did Karazhan. And then our guild fell apart. So I did the Architraz like maybe once or twice at level 70, and it was incredibly difficult. So I have this kind of like fantasy for all the three Tempest Keep dungeons. Like they kind of stick out to me as like this mystical, very difficult dungeon trio. Which was true of like all of the dungeons at level 70. In Burning Crusade. I just happen to do those a lot more. I still really like Shadow Labs. I really liked at the time the mechanic of... What was his name? I just want to look because I'm curious. Shadow Labs. Blackheart. When he makes everybody insane, you have to fight each other. That's a really cool mechanic that they use a couple of times in Burning Crusade, but until Burning Crusade, that wasn't a mechanic. Also, I was going to say, this boss is here. Zekaret's void magic still lingers here. It's ours for the taking, sister. So, these are Fel Shadow Seekers. This is interesting. We see these every now and then, but we don't see a lot of them. They're kind of like demons who indulge in Fel and Shadow magic, which is interesting when you consider how those two schools of magic work, and how Fel magic is like... Void magic is kind of like the absence of light, as in, you know, that's how the Void Gods use it, or the Void Lords and the Old Gods use it. Whereas Fel magic is corrupted arcane magic that basically steals life to empower itself. So it's interesting to see these two opposing forces being used by the same creature. And it's not the first time that we've seen that. The boss in Hellfire Citadel, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, Zulhoric uses both of these as well. So we know it's possible. It's just kind of a more rarer occurrence. So it's interesting. I see a lot of little tidbits here and there for the Ajara and N'Zoth expansion coming up, which I'm 100% positive now is what's coming up. You know, especially we're doing all of the Illyria stuff 2 episodes ago. Like, it's... I've said this before, but lately... oh, excuse me. But in the last 2 expansions, last 2 or 3... keep it back from us. Use your magic. But the last 3 or 2 expansions, Blizzard has gotten a lot less subtle with their hints that they drop. So I feel like Legion, they're just like not even hiding it anymore, which is pretty cool because it's kind of like an inevitability kind of thing, where, you know, the Void has been around and corrupting everything behind the scenes for so long. I actually don't know if I have to kill these guys. I don't think I do. But the Void has been around for so long, kind of behind the scenes, corrupting everything. You know, we had all this stuff, you know, even as far back as Vanilla. You know, we had Burning Crusade. There was some Void, Old God stuff. They didn't call it Void at the time, but it was Old God stuff. And then Wrath of the Lich King with Yogg-Saron. And then Cataclysm was essentially the closest we ever got to a Old God expansion so far. It just was done through the lens of Deathwing rather than the Old Gods themselves. And I have a strong feeling that the next expansion is not going to be like that. I think there's going to be a lot of Ajara and Naga, of course, but there's going to be a lot more Old God, N'Zoth, Void Lord stuff blatantly out in the open rather than kind of behind the scenes. So we're going toward where the boss room is. All the power of this place now belongs to the Legion. Cool. So we're getting close. I'm just excited. I'm super, like, 100% in on 7.3. The only thing that's going to make me sad is if they gate it. And I think they might, just based on how Legion is, but who knows? Maybe they finally learn their lesson. I would rather do the entire storyline right away and then have it completed. And then work on other endgame stuff and alts, rather than force me to do tiny little pieces every day. Or every week. I am free! Hurry! High Inquisitor, the enemy is upon us! Lazaroon, my loyal servant, stay here and kill these fools. I have much to do. It will be done, High Inquisitor. Oh no, my chaos got locked. It says, stay. Seekers, cover the High Inquisitor's departure. I will deal with this interruption. Alright, well, let's kill her. Your invasion of Argus will fail! High Inquisitor Relgar will see to that. Pretty sure you're dead, lady. A futile effort, worm. Minions, to me! Well, they're gonna die, too. Let's kill these two. And they're dead, so good luck, Lazaroon, you're dead. That's what you get. The Legion is still only moments ahead of us. Take the portal back here. I'll figure out where the Inquisitor has gone. This is really interesting. It raises a lot of questions about the abilities for demons to come back to life, and I'm hoping there's a little bit more to this.
Greetings.
You did your best, Necroxis, but the demon has won this round. It won't take Ralgar long to gather his power to attack us, but I have learned the source of its immortality while you were gone. Oh, good for you, Ramul, I guess. Long overdue. I have learned much. High Inquisitor Ralgar has moved his base near the Legion Citadel across the mountains. This is where he keeps the fell Heart of Argos, the source of his immortality, and it is powered by the wells leading directly to the core of Argos. He is preparing to attack, so you will strike first. Mark the location of the wells, and I will rain holy fire down upon them with the Vindicar's guns. With that connection to the fell on Argos broken, Ralgar can be killed and his fell heart retrieved. Is this on here, or is this in Macquarie? Okay, this is here. Interesting. So this is kind of a confirmation of some of the dialogue that is not yet in the beta, but that has been data mined. Talking about how Sargeras is using Argus not only to corrupt it, to have another corrupt titan, or to have a corrupt titan under his thrall, not only for that reason, but also using it to kind of jumpstart the reincarnation process of demons, because they will reincarnate nonetheless if you do nothing. But from the way it was described in some of the dialogue that I've seen, the implication was it happens much, 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 much more quickly when the world soul of Argus is being abused to do so, if that makes sense. So I guess this is kind of a confirmation of that, because this dude has tapped into the heart of the Argus, which is basically the world soul. He's tapped into that to become immortal, essentially. Alright, let's kill all these punks.
I need to target something first.
Hopefully I won't die, even though I fought way too many demons at once. I'm fine. Interesting. Yeah, this is really cool. They're really, really dealing with a lot of different storylines that they're concluding here. And it's super interesting, especially since 7.2 really had very, very ultimately little story to it itself. Even the raid really does not have a lot of story in it. It has a lot of little tidbits here and there. It has a lot of cool little small moments, like you can find Gul'dan's corpse in the raid, and you can touch all of the sigils that he left. The main universe Gul'dan, who's been dead for 20 years. You can find all the sigils that he made and touch them, and some of them give cutscenes. And a couple of them turn you into Gul'dan as a costume, and then none of the mobs are hostile to you anymore. And then, of course, Kill Jaden is obviously important, as is the Avatar, although not even really that much, ultimately. It's very loosely tied back to the Avatar that Egwene had fought. It's the same one, it's just they don't really reference that a lot. So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy that Argus has a lot of story. Every single thing I've done so far has had something that's interesting in it, so that's really cool. Alright, so that's the first one. Bam! Oh, shit, that knocked me back. Alright, well, there's another one over here.
I need a target.
Let's kill all these. They're all gonna aggro me anyway. Get wrecked! Ion cannon, go! You got this, Void Lord. Or whatever you are. Void Walker. Oh no, mine is a Void Lord. So, you got this, Void Lord. Were the two of them siphoning each other's health to heal themselves? That was pretty funny. Alright, so we have one more heart to go. Looks like he's in there protected by the Fell Heart Bond. But we are about to destroy that, so here we go. Cool, I got it. Let's kill these punks. Oh, that's cool. It knocks everyone back. The source of Relgar's immortality is gone. At long last, you can kill him and retrieve the Heart of Argos. The Fell Heart of Argos. I feel like that's just kind of a name of a trinket and not actually what it sounds like it is. Because otherwise it's like, oh, we have the Spark of Argus, so we're good now, right? I guess maybe it doesn't work like that for Titans like it does for Naru. Alright, so let's just go up here and fight all of these. I see some more minions in there that we can kill on our way. So let's just pull all of them and go up here. Here is High Inquisitor Relig. Inquisitor is always a really cool title in my opinion. I was so close. You're not worthy to stop me, worm. Well, you're dying nonetheless. Also, I can't hit that one, which is a little disappointing. I guess I'll just kill these from the distance. And you're dead. Alright, let's fight High Inquisitor Relig. Many have tried to kill me. They are all dead and gone, yet I remain. Wow, we ate through his health fast. You cannot kill me. The Fell Heart will protect me. Yeah, well, you're dead, so... Oh, Fell Heart bond frayed. Recently saved from death by the Fell Heart of Argus cannot be saved again. Oh, so we have to fight him twice. That's why his health is so low. Well, he's still, like, dead nonetheless. And, whoop, 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 whoop. We get knocked around by the mice. There he goes. The Fell Heart of Argus. The Fell Heart of Argus was the secret of High Inquisitor Relgar's immortality. Though the wells that connected to Argus were destroyed, it still has significant power to protect anyone who is magically connected to it while on Argus. So I guess we'll just go back with my Hearthstone. So is this giving me a new ability? The Fell Heart of Argus will be available to choose at the Matrix Core. It brings you back to life should you take fatal damage. Ooh, interesting. That's cool. What a cool little mini quest that had actual lore into it, and we get a new ability, and we get to see Tempest Keep. That was awesome. I think it's probably over after this. Have you dealt with Relig yet? You are a true hero, Necroxis. Even though the demons freed Relig and thought him immortal, he was no match for you. Perhaps the Fell Heart can be of use to you. It is now available in the Matrix Core. Interesting. No reference to Tempest Keep or anything like that. Come on, guys. That was a really cool quest chain. If I had to change one thing, I would have liked at the very end after we had... In Tempest Keep, after we had killed the servant of Relig, for a bunch of Army of the Light NPCs to warp in, and for one of them, maybe Ramul himself comes in. Ooh, we have 4 things now. I still think the Light's Judgment is the best, in my opinion. What is this? Oh, this is the invisible thing I got in Macquarie. Shroud yourself for only 10 seconds? Oh, that's not really that useful. Brings you back to life. And knocks back enemies and stuns them for 5 seconds, but can only be used once per 30 minutes. This is the vehicle. Yeah, I think this is still the best. I would have liked it if Ramul would have teleported in and said something to the effect of... because we've essentially, at the end of that Tempest Keep thing, we stopped all of the Legion forces in the Arcatraz. And, there are no Kael'thas's Blood Elves left in Tempest Keep anymore. They're all dead, or they fled. So it would have been really cool if, the Scryers and the Aldor, along with the Army of the Light, kind of come in and say, we're going to take this to Argus and fight the Legion with you. How amazing would it be... Here we go. How amazing would it be if, we're doing, the Stygian Wake, introduction, and it's some, big, awesome cutscene where we, super up, and this is where the heart of, Antares, I believe, is, here. I think that's where the raid is, right here. And we, show up, and the Legion's forces are, super entrenched, because we can even see on the map these 2 giant ships, and it's... we have a cutscene where Turalian's I don't know how we're going to do this, and then there's just this moment. Did I say this already? I feel like I said this already. I know I've said it on forums before, but I'll repeat it again. there's like this moment in the cutscene where you see like the effect that they use to like teleport stuff these days that they use. Just all of Tempest Keep just teleports in and just begins bombarding like the Legion ships. I wouldn't even care if it gets like destroyed, because there's no way they're going to give the the Draenei, the Vindicar, and Tempest Keep. So I don't have any expectation that it would survive. But like, what if like the Eye and the Arcatraz and the Botanica and the last one that I can't remember, if they all just like warp in and just begin like launching attacks against the Mechanar, that's what it is. Launching attacks against, Antares and the Burning Legion forces. That makes my lore boner go off the charts. That'd be so cool if that happened. But anyway, that was a cool little cutscene. I'm going to try and work on this, oops, not that. Where is it? This little Waystone quest, because last episode, there's nothing left for me to do. So I'm thinking maybe if I complete this, I'll get something. Maybe it'll continue, but I'm going to try to work on that until the Stygian Wake is released. I think we've done so far all of what we could do on the PTR. So thanks for watching, everyone. As you can tell, I am like ridiculously entertained by all of this. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Stay awesome, and farewell.